Yes.
What is it, do you think, about using puppets that is so good when you're working with, I mean, young learners, everybody really, but with younger learners?
Well, you actually start interacting with them and you go onto another plane, literally. You stop being a serious teacher and you become an interlocutor, and you're actually talking to that puppet. That puppet takes on a life. It takes on a life for the children, but it also takes on a life for you. And you're almost like a schizophrenic there, because you are talking to the puppet and the puppet is answering you back. And there is this weird split where, you know, you stop realizing that that puppet is actually you. And you go into this conflict situation with it, and that is a miracle in itself, how that happens, that magic. And so if you yourself, I can then stop acting. I actually stop acting, and I feel for me this is a break, because the puppet has taken over, and the puppet can say anything, do anything, and I don't even have to teach, because I'm subliminally teaching them just by the interaction. So the puppets I remember one of the highlights, it wasn't only the puppet, but I was also using, I think it was scenes from one of the course books, which is sort of animated pictures and music. And at one point I got so into this, many personalities on the stage with me, different puppets and stuff, that suddenly the tape finished, and then the guy, the narrator as it were, said, "Exercise 6, page 2, again." And I went, "Okay, shut up." And I remember flying across the room, which under normal circumstances I would never be able to do. I have 4 prolapse discs, and I would never be able to run, jump or fly like I did at that point, because I was, you know, up there. I was in a huge, so I was talking to that narrator, the puppets were talking. So it's a whole different dimension. Again, advice for young teachers. I was nervous when I started. You feel a bit of an idiot standing there with something on your hand, and you worry about changing your voice and that kind of stuff. But you find that in the end, you don't even have to change your voice. It works just as well. What do you mean it changed? Yes, it does mean, just shut up. Don't get into the interview. It's that kind of thing. What do you mean? No, not now. I'll talk to you later. It's that sort of thing.
It's great.
And it takes off from there.
And are you communicating some of this spirit in your workshops?
I hope
today?
so. I'm communicating. I always communicate some kind of passion, some kind of... I'm ranting. I'm ranting about... I've just read The Element. I'm absolutely...
It's a great book, isn't it?
Absolutely out of this world. I mean, I adore Ken Robinson. He's become my absolute role model for life. You know, I will bear that standard as well. And he's given me the strength. And he's given me the strength that even if you can't change something that's seriously wrong in the system, which... the testing, the standardized testing, this is what I'm talking about. Standardized testing is so against everything else that we've learned about intelligences and senses and everything else. So we've come so far as teachers. The pedagogy has come so far. The curriculum, okay, it's still divided into a hierarchy of subjects, so there's still something wrong there. But the worst thing, the enemy of everyone, it's not just in Turkey, it's all over the world, is this standardized testing. And it's this sort of the original IQ, which is what Ken Robinson is talking about too, the 19th century industrial revolution model of testing, you know, those who can and those who carry pianos. So I'm ranting about that, and I've seen that not every talk has to be, you know, here's an activity, here's an activity. Sometimes all you can do is talk, but talking keeps the fire burning. And that's what I'm trying to do. Keep the fire burning. Don't throw that methodology away. Use it. You know, your kids will learn much more than they need in these stupid entrance exams.
And Teresa, who are you looking forward to seeing here in the next couple of days?
I'm looking forward to talking to everyone in much greater depth. I'm looking forward to meeting Marisa Konstantinides, again, we did our MA together in
we met
Reading.
for the first time last night.
Really?
We've been on Twitter and blogs for the last year, and it's great to meet her.
Well, I haven't seen her since 1985.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking forward to sitting down and having long chat with Andrew Wright, with whom I worked in Turkey and probably 20 years ago too. So I haven't seen them for a long time. I'm looking forward to talking to Dee Dee at greater length. We saw each other briefly now, Dee Dee Wilson and Ken Wilson. Looking forward to seeing them tonight, socially as well. And Rod Belytho, the father of the communicative approach, is the God before Ken Robinson. Has always been for me the father of everything that I follow. So I always listen to him with great respect, with great adoration, because he speaks from the heart.
No, he does.
And I love people who speak from the heart. He's a wonderful,
Lovely to talk to you again.
Lovely to talk to you too, Mark, and so nice to be here together.